Hello, I'm Danny. On behalf of the Bluebird team, I welcome you. Do you ever wonder, most of us do, one way or the other, where am I? What am I? Who am I? In the vastness of space, it's the Milky Way. It contains all the stars that we're able to see. In the middle of the Milky Way is a black hole. You'll see that little marker? That's pointing down toward us. That little speck, that's Earth. The Earth is such a big place from our perspective, but it's really just a tiny blue sphere. The psalmist says that the earth is the Lord's and everything in it, the world, and all who live in it. Genesis teaches that God created the plants, all the animals, all the birds and fish. And then in his own image, God created man. And man was like the other critters, like the animals. Man has personality, intelligence, feelings. Then the Bible says that God breathed into man his own breath, and man became a living being above the animals. The psalmist says a little lower than the angels. A spiritual being in a physical body. Adam and Eve were put into the Garden of Eden where they had everything they wanted. They had plenty. But they decided to try to be equal with God. They failed. And sin came into the world. Adam and Eve, as we know, were kicked out of the garden, forced then to suffer, including the spiritual and physical death that all of us face. Sin became part of their DNA to pass on to all future generations. Then Jesus came, God's Son, sinless, loving us, showing us how we should live. A broke man cannot pay the mortgage, nor can a sinful person pay the price of sin. Jesus was sinless, and he died on the cross to pay the price for us. Jesus taught us, this is the first and greatest of commandments. Love the Lord your God with all your heart and all your soul and with all your mind. The second is likened to this. Love your neighbor as yourself. So, what answers do we have about life? Where are we? On a tiny blue ball in the vastness of the universe. What are we? Spiritual persons in a physical body. Why are we? To worship and love our God and Creator, and to love others as we love ourselves. If you have questions or answers, we'd like to hear from you. Perhaps you would like our introduction to the 30 Days of Success. We can send it to you. Just go to mybluebirdteam.com.